We've heard that in 2033, Social Security will now start paying out more than they take in. Whenever that happens, they cut back benefits by maybe 20%, maybe just a little bit more. What does that mean to you and me? Well, somebody just did a survey about that, and for the average couple, working couple, their entire lives, you could lose $17,000 a year. If you're a higher earning couple, you could lose $23,000 a year. So that's a big number. I mean, it's starting to get very real, Greg. So what do we do to try to combat this? Is this a big scare tactic? Do we really need to pay attention to this? What do you say?
I say, follow great grandpa McDonald. My great grandfather always say, control the controllables in life.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the government's propaganda is like essentially trying to guess the weather. Good luck. I don't know where this is going to land. I don't know what's going to happen. I could sit here and lie to you, like most financial pundits, that this is going to happen with 100% certainty, or this won't happen ever. No one will ever do this. At the end of the day, take care of your house. Take care of your financial house. Show some accountability, show some responsibility, and start there. Protect what you have, and that will put you in the best position to handle whatever life or the government throws at you. And what I mean by that, Randy, is start taking ownership of your retirement in a way that is preservation and protection based. Make sure that the assets you need to enjoy retirement are there. And, I think at times that means maybe exploring different options when it comes to your retirement planning. Maybe the person that got you to retirement isn't the right person to get you through retirement. And unfortunately, that's the case for most retirees we come across, where they have 70, 80% of their assets on the ponies in the stock market, and they're chasing it. And I'm scratching my head saying, dude, what is going on here? Well, why are we taking on all this risk? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, you just told me what what you like to do in retirement, and you told me you have more than enough money. Why are we still sprinting? Why are we still going 1,000 miles an hour? And they kind of look at me and they're like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know. And that's okay if you don't know. That's okay. That's why we're here. We are built to be sheepdogs. We're built to be protectors and guides. And we want to make sure we help people navigate retirement in a predictable fashion. There should be nothing that is unexpected that happens in your retirement. If your accounts decrease unexpectedly and it compromises your retirement, that's an instant I'm firing whoever I hired event. Because that is unacceptable. You've worked your whole life. You don't need to work again through retirement. You shouldn't have to work on your retirement plan. Your retirement plan should be boring, predictable, easy. You know exactly how much you can spend. You know exactly how much money you have. And there's very little variables. Because for the people that have less than $2 or $3 million, you can't afford to lose a third of it. If you're Warren Buffett, or we had Jay Leno clips on the last one, sure. It doesn't really matter. That might mean you buy one less plane a year, maybe one less private jet that those guys can buy. But it doesn't really change their retirement. But for the ordinary, everyday, mass affluent 95%ers, we can't gamble anymore. And that's what I hate so much about the industry, is that they're literally gambling with your money. And they're doing it purely not because they know where the stock market's going, not because they have any real plan about how to protect it, but they just need to keep your money in the market so they can keep charging 1.25, 1.5, whatever percentage they need to charge. They need to keep getting money out of your system. They need to keep bleeding your retirement accounts. And the second that stops, they take a huge pay cut. And the scary part, Randy, is if the stock market goes backwards, what do you think they do to their fees?
Their money goes, if the stock market goes down, they lose more money because you're losing money.
And a lot of times that means they're going to start charging you more money.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for that. I mean, that's the scary part. If their fees get less, they're not going to want to work for less, if we can call what they're doing work. Wink, 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 wink. But, that's the scary part, is they've had such a heyday of laziness and greed for the last 10 years that they've been able to sit back and let the market do all the work and then take credit for it. But now that the market's getting goofy, they're just saying, hey, that's what the market does, Randy. That's just what it does. And you just got to ride it out, stay the course, blah, 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 blah. All their puns that they always say. And at the end of the day, why? Why? There's so many better options, predictable options, easy options that help you accomplish everything you want in retirement with no fees, no ongoing costs, that like a share mutual fund would carry, or their AUM percentage fee would carry, and it keeps bleeding slowly out of your account. You have no idea what you're getting charged ever. There's so many better ways to attack retirement investing, Randy. And, a lot of it starts with our roadmap for retirement, where we break down. And the first thing we want to do to, the Social Security question is put a fence around your stuff. Let's make sure you're protected from the market, from fees, from taxes, and long-term care, the four biggest boulders in risk. And then from there, we build the income tent that breaks out essentially how much, expenses you have a year and how much spending you need. And it's pretty much just a math equation based on what you did the previous year. And then we update it every year. And then we project it out for 20 years. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're just saying, here's what you're doing. If you keep doing that for 25 years, here's what's left. And we're going to assume 5% returns just to make it easy. And, with interest rates around that rate, it makes it very easy for us to hit that bogey. Then, from there, we talk about our GPS system, Randy. We break down our goals to have 4 pillars of how we invest, right? And people always want to ask, how does Golden Reserve invest? We're not, out there trying to pick stocks and beat the market. We're just trying to put together a plan that has the 4 pillars that most people want. They want some growth, they want some safety, they want some liquidity, and they want some income. So once we have those 4 built, our plan becomes transparent, predictable, and easy. And that's why people hire us. If you're looking for someone to try to beat the market or pick Pepsi versus Coca-Cola, we're not the crew.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to turn off the stock ticker and enjoy your retirement, I think that's the roadmap sounds like it might be something for you.